let's do it. Somebody still hasn't locked in. They have a Lucio and you do not. Which means, yep, they got speed. They will outrun you. You should vape this. Yeah, so Mercy wants to be blue beaming her DPS, not coming to heal you, and you have your own vape. And your vape gives you ult charge. So, like, early on in the poke here, taking 300 damage and vaping as you walk away, whether or not you get a pick, is still giving you some ult charge. And it's a fairly short cooldown, so, like, don't be afraid to vape and walk away. It's 8 seconds. Okay, nice. I would go high ground here. So, like, honestly, all of this so far was okay. As soon as they started to walk on you, you backed. You crossed over here, which was a little bit risky because it's open space, but it wasn't that bad because, like, they weren't fully on the point yet. And now that you're here, you come back up here, and then from here you can shoot, you can maybe hook this Widowmaker, you can drop onto the point to contest, but you're dropping full on behind them. Drop, get a pick, walk away around this corner. Then maybe you come back up and do it again, or you turn around. Like, you should start popping up in different places, playing around your hook and vape cooldown, and just have them never knowing where to look and always afraid of the fucking Roadhog that is just constantly flanking them. You don't help your frontline by being on the front line. You help your frontline by taking as many of the enemy away from their own frontline. So, like, if you got 6 people looking here and 2 of them to look at you, well, now only 4 people are looking here. And that is how you help your frontline. Being here with them, like, yeah, you're still Roadhog and you can still kill things and do damage, but it's just not as effective, and you might as well be on Zarya at that point if you're just, you want to be, like, with your main tank frying things. Okay. Wait, do it. You go up here. You do it. Oh, you should have hooked that. Yeah, you could have had a whole nother hook by now. So, like, whoop, let's go back. Alright. See, hook's on cooldown. You vape. Vape's on cooldown. 2, 1, hook. She dies. You turn around, you walk away. Now you vape. And your hook's back, and then you turn around and, yep. And you just cycle like that. Turn around as you're vaping, walk away, your hook comes back, you suddenly turn back around, you hook somebody and you kill them, then you walk away. If they catch up to you and start dealing damage, you then get your vape back and you vape again, and you just keep that shit going. Okay. More right clicks for sure, and also, okay, so, like, let me do that one more time. You come back out. 1, reload. So all that time you could have spammed and you just sort of kept, or you reloaded after taking a single shot. That's a bad habit a lot of people have, over reloading, and honestly, if you have trouble breaking it, I actually had to do this. If you have trouble breaking the habit, just unbind reload. Straight up. Can't reload now until I finish my clip. So now I gotta keep shooting. And you'll get a feel for when you actually did need to reload, and, like, after, you know, a few games you can rebind it again and play normal, but at least play one with just... Oh. Nice. I love it. You're high ground, you're spamming. You get knocked down. So, yeah. All of this time that you can be spamming, like, constantly. You wreck shields. That's part of why you would pick Roadhog. Isn't just his pick potential, like that was very nice, but that's the first time you've done that this game, I think. he also just does straight up damage. You wreck shields and tanks. Like, you can right click from range. Like this would be about perfect to just be right clicking. I realize you're whole hogging now, and that's also good, but good. Oh. Yeah, we just gotta die at that point. Swapping? Thinking about it. Yep, thinking about it. Yeah, so they're... First off, they're running Lucio Brig, which means they are actually pretty vulnerable to getting chunked down because they don't have a ton of healers. Especially if you break the Rein shield. So you just spam out the Rein shield, then they have nothing to hide behind, they have basically no healing. Well, now they have an Ana. So, right now, I think you're hiding here because you have your whole hog. Here are your options. Pop up here, you can spam there, you can use this guy to jump across, and you can spam here, which lets you like back up over here and drop down over here and spam, or drop over here, or whatever. Drop back here and grab a hook, like after they turn this corner and they're not watching for you. You could also just straight up be kind of over here, but I wouldn't, because they have a Lucio. So they would just speed on you and kill you. If they didn't have a Lucio, you can hang out over here. You maybe go for the cheeky hook off the edge, just spam them out from range, make them have to deal with the Roadhog damage when they can't get to you. So like playing around this distance, if they don't have a Lucio, can be really good. But don't do it right now, because of this asshole. Crispy Fries, who's 1 HP. Hey Nick, how's it going? Oh, and you can also... Sorry, that wasn't all the options. You can also wait in here for someone to come around the corner. Wait over here. Or hard flank. Ah, that Ana's dead. She's already half health. And she's scoping. Easy hook. Bam! And then you run away. And, like, look how far away the rest of their team is. They can't do shit about it. You can abuse this these positioning mistakes so hard on Roadhog at this rank. Like, that's kind of the whole... Like, that's Roadhog's shtick. So, now would be... Like, in between this fight, before... Now it's too late. You make this rotation, you go, they start pushing in, and once they are all past here, you sneakily start walking up, maybe crouch, spam, walk slowly. You never pass this corner. Here's where you die. You come right here, you see this, right click, hook, left click, melee, walk away, and we out. You just did enough, you killed the Ana, that's all you gotta do. If they push in, now you're already over here, and by now you got your hook again, you still have your vape, you got a mega right here even. You can, like, really mess with these people, just, like, playing on a corner, go for the hook, walk away. Every now and again it lands and you get a kill. And the better your hooks are, the more kills you get, the more carrying you do. I personally would camp that room since DPS like to flank there. Yeah. That's what I was saying. So, depending on what DPS they have and who I'm playing, since DPS like to flank there, I either like to play up here because then they can't do anything to me if they flank there, or I wait kind of here-ish to watch that door, or even here, doing my thing, but with my ears open. Keep my ears open, listen for the footsteps, hear them coming, kill them. Hey, Tramer, how's it going? Okay. Oh, he went for it. Oh. But yeah, shield and bubble and everything else. Nice hook. That one was good. That was really good. Yep. But Mercy can't heal through all that. Yeah, you're running Mercy Zen. I mean, also Roadhog Sig. So, like, it's kind of fine. It's... I guess that's the problem. You're running a very spam-heavy comp, and you're not doing the spam. Like, Mercy Zen is low healing, high damage. It is all about damage boost, damage boost, and damage boost, and spamming as much as possible, and then staying out of their reach and kiting back, and spamming as much as possible, and staying out of their reach and kiting back. And you're spending too much time reloading or setting up for plays, rather than just shooting them. Like, literally just keep shooting them in the face. If you can shoot them in the face from an angle, that's even better. Shoot them in the back of the face, I guess that would be the back of the head, but, like, you gotta be shooting. You can make rotations and set up between fights while they're still regrouping, but, like, once the shooting has started, you need to be shooting. Especially with a comp like this. You basically, the idea is you set up for your play, you go for your play, it works or it doesn't. If it works and they have to regroup, you set up again. If it doesn't work or if they don't regroup, either way, that's when you go back and you start shooting, and you just keep shooting and you don't stop until everything is dead. Or until you have time to make a rotation to try to set up for a flank. Because, like, I guess you would probably be getting enough value right now if you were landing, like, every hook or almost every hook.
Initiating match.
But you're not, and that's also still not an ideal way to play. Like, you don't want to be reliant on your hook landing to get value, because it's not always going to land. You want it... It's okay to be reliant on it sometimes landing, like, say, half my hooks land. So I only have to try 2 or 3 times, make 2 or 3 little cycles before I get a pick at most. That's pretty okay. Whoop. Oh, we're on right now. Okay. You got a Lucio, they got a Lucio. Orb Genji. Sold. Yeah, you needed to hold shield there and you just dropped it. I mean, the Genji also dashed through you, but, like, prior to that when you were taking so much damage. Yeah, so, like, that's all the shield that's missing. You want these bars to go down basically at the same rate. So if this is how much health you have left, if you died with that much shield, I'd be like, okay. You know, you were managing it pretty well. You didn't quite min-max it, but, like, whatever. That's close. That's not close. Almost all of the damage coming through to you, like almost all of this that's missing from your health bar, was stuff that you could have blocked. And you have that much shield. So over to the right screen. Okay. Yeah. I'm pushing Masters right now. Wish me luck. Holy shit, Nick. Good luck. Hey, Toxic. Is it a bad idea to play Sig and High Plat if the teams don't seem to know how to play around him? I mean, it depends a little bit on the map, but like Sig is really strong, and people don't have to play around Sig if Sig plays around them. Like, you can still just hold off angles and high ground, and you can tell if you have a DPS that you think should be sitting with you, you could be like, hey Ash or hey Zen or whatever, you know, come hang out with me up here, and usually they'll go with you. But even if they don't, you can still hold a high ground yourself and hold an off angle yourself. Off tanking is so much easier than main tanking in ranked. Just for the sake of the coordination, for the like ability to just look at what your main tank's doing and then play off of him rather than hope that he plays off of you. I've been trying to do that and they still can't seem to understand. I mean, that'll happen. Why don't you drop a VOD? Let me see. Drop me a Sig VOD. Just 4 to 5 wins, hoping I don't get throwers. I believe in you, dude. Okay. Let me see if this one popped out. That's okay. And then you didn't hold shield again. This pin, so I get the timing, and I think the timing was almost right. The problem is these guys are a little bit too far away for you to do a backline pin. Oh shoot, you reviewed my VOD, what did I miss? You missed all the hog stuff. We just got started on the Rhine stuff. Should I have a perfect code? It's on Blizzworld again though. Should I wait till you play a game first? Yeah, I'm gonna finish this review. I'm gonna play one, and then why don't we do your one-on-one, Tramer? We'll VOD review it, and then you can play one, if that sounds good to you. Okay. But yeah, so like the timing on the backline pin, like you just gotta pick, your BAP's gonna window. All of that part was great. It's just that they're a little bit too far. If this window had been here, and these guys pushed up to here, and maybe like your Zarya was even here, just that little bit further, then this pin is huge. I mean, Zarya is already cut off here, but like, then these people can actually catch up, and then all 4 of them can't just look at you and ignore this mostly. Like, these guys could, I don't know if they do, we'll find out. Probably don't, because it's gold, but like, if they were smart, they would hug right here, where the window can't hurt them, none of these people can hurt them, and they'd wreck you. While these people, you know, went over here and did the same, or went to point, whichever. But if your folks are already here, then they can just walk around this corner and kill them. So these guys have to look at them, and your pin actually splits attention and fucks them up. If they can all turn to look at you at once, it won't be good. Or at least, if they can all turn to you, look at you at once, and not just immediately blow up for having done so. Okay. Yep. Okay, yeah, you guys kill the Zarya, then you die. Okay, cool. And you guys win this. Yeah. So, that play is one of those that I would say it did enough. Like, you died during the play, but you got enough done first. But I think waiting just a couple more seconds to make that pin until your team's a little bit closer, and you don't have to die at all, and it's an even better play. Yeah? Oh, it turns out I played too many games for a specific map, but thankfully I kept a SIG game code on copy-paste anyways. Cool. Alright. Let's see this fatty. Oh, huge. That beat was a waste, but that's not you. That was a massive shatter. Okay, and now you immediately go high ground. You have won the day. You got your BAP on cart. You start rotating up here. Your Reaper's already coming with you. You can say in comms, hey, let's go high ground. Your Zarya will probably follow you. But even if not, oh, hey, there's a Zarya. Maybe throw a Fire Strike, whatever. Like, you can start harassing people here as the cart moves around, and you can, like, kind of control these high grounds and keep them pretty far back for a while. And they have to push up to the high ground and clear you off. If they don't, if they go to try to contest the cart, you're up here for free shooting them, like your team is. And if they do come up here to push, well, you just back up and drop. And, like, that's when Rein finally gets the swing and kill things, because they started to push into the Reinhardt, because they felt that they had to stop the cart. Alright. Go on high ground up here. I like it. Yep, your team's high ground too. Alright. You drop. Well, I guess we're about to see what happens, but... Okay, where is it? You're here, it's all good. You throw that. I see this. And I immediately go here. And I get ready to pin him. I know he has Shatter. He just dropped in front of my own whole team. That's what he wants to do. If you hold shield into all of this, like, they all have the high ground and you guys don't have anyone up there. So, like, assuming a better team, they just play patient, break your shield, and then they shatter you. You come over here, into this wall, you're with your team, you shield these guys. It's all good. Now let's see what that Genji does, though, and see if that would have actually been... yeah, you would have been pinning about at the same time he hit his blade. Give or take. Whoop. Ah. Show up. There we go. So he's there. Let's see how this plays out. Okay. It's messy, but you guys end up winning. Did the Rein shatter? He did shatter. I missed that. When did he shatter? Well, that was it. Oh, he shattered just before. Okay, this goes off. Okay. And it didn't really get anyone, even though you kind of missed the block. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's an argument to be made for playing it safe and just trying to, like, LOS the spam and then block the shatter. But I think that was still an opportunity to just go make a play. Rein gets to go and make plays now. Ooh. An interesting ultimate from their Torbjorn. Whoa. Okay. What is shooting you? Were you just still touching the torb goop? Yeah, you were just... Aw, you were touching the torb goop on the corner of the cart the whole time. Is it... Shattered behind cart, did not expect that to hit me. It's the torb lava. Yep. Oh no. Womp womp. Ooh, that deflect. Luckily it didn't hit anyone. Yeah, you want to be real careful if you have a Genji on the other side of the back window before you fire strike, because he could just deflect it into a teammate. Nice. Cool.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Okay. You have a Lucio, so holding this close is kind of okay. You hear him coming. Take it. I love it. That's great aggression. Yeah, that Rein is still 1 HP. He's slowly healed up by his Lucio. Yeah, you got 80% of your ult. He's at 50. Your BAP has ult. They're on a... He's at 60%. He's really good. Oh, hear that behind you? Okay, luckily Reaper's got it, but there was a Doomfist in there killing your mans. Let me see if he could have done anything about it. Where was he? Literally behind you. Yeah, if you had helped, your Kree lives there. All you had to do was turn around and swing once on him, and that's enough extra damage to kill him before he kills the Kree. I don't know if that makes a difference to this fight, because then you're Genji Blades and, like, Zarya grabs, so, like, probably not, but I still would have tried. Shouldn't you play inside that corner or wall as Rein on this map? Like in here? You can. The problem with this is it leaves you with nowhere to go, and they have Lucio speed to just speed on you, wrap around, and kill you. So it's generally better to play one tank on this side of the point and one tank on this side of the point, and try to back up to here and out to here, so you can regroup with respawns as they come in and push back up, retake your own high ground, drop onto the point, and retake the point. So yeah, if you're caught out here, because of these sight lines, you usually can't back up all the way straight here, but you can use this to break LOS and cross to here, and then back up with your team. So I think that's usually better. Winston, I actually like holding here because he has leap and he can just like taser around the corner as they push into him, and then just jump away and be like around a corner and fine. But Ryan waiting there, it's a little risky. High rank players seem to really like holding that wall. So like, if it's your entire team and their entire team and you're fighting over this corner, then yeah, you fight around the corner and you're trying to push into them and they're trying to push into you. But like once the fight has broken out onto point and they've pushed you off of that corner, you don't want to stay in here. Then it becomes dangerous. They have too many angles on you. Let me see if I can draw this. So if their whole team is here, then you can stand here. You got like support from people probably. Maybe some are even in here with you, wherever they are. You can live here because they're all here. But once they have somebody that's, set up over here, and they get somebody in here, and maybe they start, pushing into the point properly, you can't stay here anymore. It is too late. You will die. They have angles on you, and you have to back out or counter push and win the fight, depending. Ults, they used 4 ults to take the point. You got 2 more out of them by retouching, so that's kind of worth it, even though your BAF also used his window. It's actually totally reasonable trade. And you guys got 4 ults to their 2, so you should win this next fight. Yeah, so instead of rolling out low ground here. Whoop. Reaper's got the right idea. Y'all come up here. Whoop. Look at where the cart is. So if you walk here, first off, it takes you longer to get to the cart, and they can shoot you a good chunk of the way. If you go high ground, it's faster, and they can't shoot you most of the way, and you can just drop right on top of them wherever the hell you want. Good beat that, Lucio. Massive. Okay, they killed the Lucio. Alright, not bad.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Grabs ahead of you. Wow, that was a massive swing. So, yeah. That was a massive swing, but you do 1 swing and shield right here. Wham! Whoop. Perfect timing. Yeah, you're still at 384. 308. Dead. So yeah, you do, against that many people, you do 1 swing, shield, and back up, see if you can do another. Lucio's healing rather than speeding people back. So everyone dies because they just catch up because Lucio can't possibly heal through all that.
60 seconds remaining.
Okay. You do have a bunch of ults though, so do they. But their Lucio is dead. Nice block. Pin, pin, pin. You could just pin that Zarya into the wall there, like the side of the stairs. Yeah, after that one pin that was a little bit too early, I don't think I've really seen you go for any pin plays. And like, that one worked even though it was too early. It's 300 damage, like it secures a pick. A lot of the time, one pick is enough to carry the fight. So if you can land the pin and not die for it, it's totally worth.
Victory.
Cool. Yeah, so Roadhog, shoot more, reload less, spam, spam, spam. Cycle around your cooldowns more, so like, you throw the hook, it hits or it doesn't, you walk away vaping, your hook comes back, you throw the hook, it hits or it doesn't, you walk away vaping, rinse, repeat. While trying to like shoot as much as you can and spam as much as you can in between. And with Reinhardt, don't be afraid to occasionally go for flank plays and go for more pins. Just try to, even if you're pinning into the enemy backline, you don't want to be so far away from your own team that they can't follow up on the space that you're making. So if they're already pushing in and they're already starting to get close to the enemy team and you're suddenly pin into the backline, that can be really good. But, cool. Yeah.